Hello, everybody. I hope y'all had a wonderful week. It's Saturday evening. Hopefully this will post tonight, but it'll be late. So many of you might be watching this on Sunday. So happy Sunday. Welcome to your new week. It's just going to be a daily energy check-in as I'm going to do more for YouTube and not be too grandiose about it, but just daily energy check-in. It is Saturday, January 8th. I thought it was January 7th for a while. As you hear, I've gotten really congested this week. I don't know why, because I didn't feel sick this week. I felt sick last week, but the congestion this week, I don't know. So I had a couple intense work days, 3 intense work days, which is cool though. I feel very accomplished. I'm excited for our busy season ahead. Up on the mountain, I was cursing a lot of people on the highway today, coming home too, because then they come down. They go up in the morning and then they come down at night. These idiots. Fucking idiots. I'm sorry, but... And then this person, I don't know if you can hear it on here, hopefully not. I think they're above me. I thought it was the person below me, but I think it's the people above me. But they've got like surround sound. It's like you're in an apartment, honey. Like, you don't need surround sound, okay? What the fuck? And then, so, anyway. Is there a full moon coming? I don't even know what's going on. But what I do know is going on, a message I felt today, and something I wanted to share, and I'm going to pull some cards as well, was just a message about the heart chakra. The heart chakra is really always been such an important part of my journey. I've always, I would say, going on almost 20 years now, have come to the spiritual understanding of 15 years. The spiritual understanding that the heart chakra is, I would say, the goal of life on earth, the essence of life on earth, that it holds the energy or frequency of what we are trying to accomplish here on Earth, the Earth plane project. I don't know what you want to call it, but part of the work we're doing here, a lot of it ultimately centers in the heart chakra, which is your center. And the phrase I heard last night was "meet me in the middle." Meet me in the middle, which is in a song. I forget the band, but it's Sister Golden Hair. Will you meet me in the middle? I know, because my voice is not good normally, so it's really not good now. Will you meet me in the middle? I think that he says, will you meet me in the end? Will you hold me just a little? I don't know. But the point was that obviously I wanted to share a message with that, meet me in the middle. That I think relationships, it's always important to understand that there is a level of compromise, right? Meeting in the middle. Where can you compromise? And meeting in the middle, compromise is, it's hard. It's seeking harmony. It's seeking harmony. How can we agree? What do we agree on? When we focus on what we don't agree on or where we're separate, it's hard to meet in the middle. But so there's this compromise in relationships, and I think that's going to be coming up for people, this desire to want to compromise more, where perhaps the ego is out of the way in 2022. The ego has gotten out of the way a little bit. I think people are being so pushed into their heart center through shadow surfacing, pain, suffering events, karmic events, social events, all kinds of shit happening, that people are wanting to meet in the middle. We want to meet each other in the middle because we need each other, right? We need each other. We got to meet each other in the middle. We can't keep pushing each other away. And then too, then of course, so it's meeting in the middle to yourself. Meet yourself in the middle. Where's your middle? It's your heart. It's your center. It's your middle. It's the midway. As above, so below. You know, the heart chakra is the melting pot of energy. It's just where everything swirls, right? And so where it all comes together, the divine alchemy through the heart, you know, we get the light the light from above, the earthly essence from below, and it meets in the middle at the heart, and it's alchemy. So something going on with the heart chakra out there, heart chakra healing, green, and what else is it about? Oh yeah, so also, you know what I was hearing, because that's always been a very important thing for me, the heart chakra. My nose has been running like crazy. It's so red. Number 4, the heart chakra, number 4. It really, the heart chakra is the essence of not only perhaps our spiritual path as a humanity, as a collective, as individuals, but it's also an important part, obviously, of how you share love, how you connect with people interpersonally, your romantic relationships, your love relationships. Sorry, I'm losing my trains of thought per usual because I'm so tired. But I just wanted to share a message because I'm excited that I got YouTube to work. So I wanted to share a message. But so the heart chakra, so I guess what I'm trying to express, or I looked freaky. Chrissy, I looked freaky the other day, guys, channeling. I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'm going to try not to do that totally. It does help for me to like shut down the sensory perception sometimes, and it comes through. But so what it is though is, so like when it comes to our heart chakra, because there's this over focus, I guess what I'm hearing is that there's this over focus on romantic love. And it's often, I guess, it's not hiding, but it's sort of avoiding the larger wound, the larger things with the heart chakra, which really at the end of the day, I just saw the love yourself first card, and that came out, is that the heart chakra is just about universal, unconditional love. And when you are really processing and living in an open heart chakra, romantic love, I'm not going to say it falls away. It doesn't fall away. You know, obviously, if you have an open heart chakra, you're seeking that, you're going to want to seek romantic love relationships as well. But it's almost like it comes after. It's a byproduct of you healing your own heart chakra, being in love with yourself. And when I say being in love with yourself, truly loving who you are, but being in love with yourself, meeting in your middle, being in your middle, finding your center, finding your inner peace at all times, coming back to it. I don't want to say at all times, but that you're able to come back to it, that you come back to you, back to your middle, back to your center where you know everything is okay. And that's really healing love, divine love, right? So, and you feeling that essence, and it permeates. Like I said, it's universal, it's unconditional love. It's not attached to any one specific thing. I guess what I'm hearing is a lot of times what we don't realize is that what we deem our romantic love feelings, they're a lot of times sacral. I mean, they're sacral, and they're not at the level of the heart. They're sacral pulls, which are very deceiving. It's more that romantic love for a lot of people, especially if you're in a chasing mode, abandonment mode, it's more about attachment and not love per se. It's more about attachment, nurturing an abandonment wound. And it's not to say that everything is not a shadow aspect of love or a version of love. It is all love too. But it's more those pulls or longings or more attachments from yes, sacral, I'm hearing, but also perhaps the shadow side of your heart. So if you will, each chakra has a shadow side, right? So a light side and a dark side. So the manifestation of the heart chakra when closed, when blocked, when not spinning, the manifestation of the heart chakra in that sense is one perhaps of control, of fear, big attachment, things like that. So it's not just the sacral per se, but it is the underdeveloped shadow side of the sacral, as well as perhaps the underdeveloped shadow side of the heart. A lot of times those longings and such are part of those aspects of self. And we don't just totally realize that. But so when we're feeling really thirsty, you know, it's like when we really like that's not, and I'm being bold in making these statements, but that's not an open operating heart chakra, because an open operating heart chakra is unattached. I know it's idealistic. It sounds idealistic, but it truly is, because the opened heart chakra knows that it can always come back to self. So it's okay. Whatever happens, you always come back to self, you know, because we're not just speaking about rejection or people not wanting you. What if you lose people, you know what I mean? Your heart has to know it can come back to self, and it's okay. It's again, like I was speaking about yesterday, love lost, right? Healing the heart chakra, operating from an open heart chakra where we're not operating through attachment from wounds and such. It means, see, I lose my trains of thought. It's annoying. It means trust, though. Operating from that open heart chakra is, yeah, I lost exactly what I was going to say, but it's a trust. It's letting go. You're not afraid of what you're trying to hold on to or control. And it's okay with whatever is, because again, it's about being in your own middle, loving yourself first, coming back to center always. And, you know, it's hard to say we are attached to nothing. We aren't attached to nothing, but we really learn how to come back to center more quickly. We come back to center quickly. We experience a pain, and the learning curve, the getting back to you, it's like that now. It's like that. You're back. Okay, right. You're back. You're back to you. Back to you. Whereas before, it takes like weeks, months, years, lifetimes to get back to you. And now it's like, back to you, boo. Back to you, boo. You know? Yep, back to you. Like, that's your mantra. Back to you. I always get annoyed when I miss like a point. I was trying something specific I was going to say, but it's okay. I think that message is somewhat clear, that we are learning that when we're really healing or operating from a healed heart chakra, and doing that work and trying to let go and trust. And if something doesn't want you, if you're like, oh, I'm drawn to this person or thing, and oh, hi, I like you, person or thing, and they're like, I don't like you. You know, the open heart chakra is like, okay, that's okay. Whatever. You know, peace out, bitch. That's cool, because it's like there's more. It's just, that's okay. I'm come back to you, boo. We're back to peace. That's okay. It's not this like atrocity, you know, which is totally just the ego, really. When we think about it, it's the ego, and it's the attachment. It's the wounds, of course, too. But, you know, I guess what I feel too is that the wounds operate through your ego, because your soul, your higher self, it wants to heal. It wants to let go. It doesn't want to be stuck on wheels. It doesn't want to be stuck, you know, on dark loops of wanting things that don't want us back and things like that. Like, it wants to be at peace with itself. And it knows that whatever is around, whatever is happening today, whatever's accepting you, whatever's rejecting you, is meant to be 100% for you in that moment. And that's that peace and trust, unconditional love, universal love. There's no inner agenda. We have a lot of agendas, and we're not always honest with ourselves about how we have agendas with romantic connections, all connections for sure. But like, we think we're operating from a genuine place, and we're not always, because we're operating from a wounded heart space. So that's that message, kind of, I guess. I'm losing my voice. I'm going to pull some cards now. We're going to do a little chakra reading. Since the heart chakra is being highlighted tonight, let's do some chakras. I love doing chakra readings where I use the 3 different chakra decks I have. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull and like then think. I'm going to pull and think. Ah! We have a faller. A falling card here. Who are you? What are you? Temperance, yes. Okay. Is she like, is her lips? I feel like she has her tongue out. Why does it look like she has her tongue out? She doesn't. I'm losing it. I'm tired. Good. The Seven of Cups is coming out a lot, and I honestly like it's breaking illusions. Breaking illusions. I feel like really trying to, again, get out of your head and into your heart. Get out of your head and into your heart. The Seven of Cups can be confusing too because it's usually fueled. It's overthinking fueled by emotions, by feelings, getting in your feels. And like, I think that the world or the universe is asking you, as I say a lot lately, it's asking us to get out of our head and live, like be in action. Stop this like loopy, daydreamy kind of stuff, you know, where I just heard that's not really living. And I feel like I hear it's not really manifesting per se. I've always been a dreamer, you know, that type in my head a lot. But it's like, I just continue to feel this peace and like quiet and focus, like in the here and now. And I feel like that is the frequency of the heart chakra. And so this sort of dreamy state, you know, this kind of stuff it's testing you. I feel like it's pulling on you, overthinking, negative thinking sometimes, dreamy thinking that can be maybe really positive, but it's not realistic. It's always like bringing it back to the heart. And I think when we get caught up in fantasies or thoughts about things, again, we think that's like coming from our heart space, and it's not totally. You know how I was saying that chakras have an underdeveloped shadow side? So do the uppers, you know? So is this a third eye or crown? I forget. It's either a third eye or crown. So, oh shit. I do feel there's a message here speaking to what the shadow side of the third eye would be. I just, I mean, I saw kind of porn, but I don't mean that to anyone. But it's just like, it's using the third eye or crown in a negative sense. I don't want to say the dark is getting in or demonic entities or whatever, but could be that too. But it's just keeping it light, you know, like just not letting all these like floating thoughts, fantasies, dreams. I had an intense dream this morning too. Fears and dreams, I feel like, are manifesting fears in dreams. But the shadow side, so I get things just reflect on that too, like what the potential shadow side to the third eye or crown would be. Intuiting through fear, negatively like manifesting kind of through anxiety or through addictive thoughts, behaviors, things like that. Okay, so let's get further, but whatever. And the Emperor, that masculine energy there, and the throat. Let me clear my throat. Yeah, I love that song. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Have mercy, babe. I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat. I love how the surround sound stopped when I started my video. Maybe they can hear me now. And they're like, shut the fuck up, chick. What's this lady talking about? Anyway, Temperance. We have root. Temperance has been coming out through Sag season and still continuing on. Yeah, interesting. I get that. I feel this vibe here. Okay. I'm tired. I need to stop. Another 40-minute video. Probably. This is reconciliation though. So Temperance has been coming out for a minute. I feel like Temperance is this, obviously this back and forth, this sort of, this this blending through magic. It's got to be just right. I was starting feeling that too, the Goldilocks thing, right? Just right, getting it just right. December was rough. December was root. There was so much root chakra energy in December. It really was real. And now I think, though, I guess I just heard the energy's moving up. And not to say, it's not always a linear thing, but right now, energetically, the energy is moving up, because Temperance is also a card of coming together, reconciliation, returning, again, getting it just right, to things coming together, timing, it's her divine timing. But so Temperance came out a lot during Sag season, but it has continued to. And so again, now this reconciliation, the Three of Cups, is also a card of things coming together, a reconciliation, things coming together. And through the solar, I feel like healing of pride. There's too much pride. Again, that's a heart chakra thing. Letting go of pride. Again, to the message of the shadow side of a chakra. Pride and the solar plexus are big. Too much ego, I feel like. Too much pride. Too much focus on just like power, your personal power, and less on your surrender, you know? But anyway, it's moving this energy up so that this can come together, healing this stuff so something can come together. And celebratory, I would say, I think some type of coming together for you is going to feel celebratory. And then I feel this speaks to masculine energies out there, because this guy, this Emperor, is right here in the Judgment card. See, he was staring at me at the table. And what I'm hearing is this initiatory phase for divine masculines. I don't say divine masculines. I don't feel that term quite so much as I used to, but masculine energies out there. And again, us as our masculine side, but it's initiatory phase. I don't know what that, it's transitional. It's initiatory. They're like, sign me up. Yeah, I'm in. I heard the call. I'm coming. Yeah. Get my shit. Oh no. But Judgment. So it's like it's a test. It's a testing point. It's an initiatory phase. And I think that there's just a lot of curiosity. And here we have our heart chakra card. It's the only heart chakra card out, the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. And I feel like with this initiatory phase, this little page is like ready in some respects. And it's a curiosity, by the way, to intelligence. We like intelligent men, okay? But it's, you know, part of being intelligent is just curiosity, willingness to learn, desire to learn. A lot of masculine energies out there, and just in general, it's kind of like not cool to be interested or curious or ask questions or want to learn. And it's actually super attractive and sexy and it's like really cool, actually. Men who want to learn, you know, who are curious about things. Okay. I didn't have this deck. So that Page of Pentacles, and that's that vulnerability in the heart space where you can surrender and be like, I want to learn. I'm curious. I'm open to this initiatory phase. I'm open to this call I'm hearing. You know what I mean? I'm brave enough to sort of step into my Emperor power and push forward toward what I'm curious about, what pulls me, where I feel that some part of me is meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go there. I want to go to that place. And the divine timing is coming around where it's like getting to the point where it's just right. Okay, keep pulling here. Yep, inner child. Interesting. Interesting, you guys. We have boundaries too. Solar plexus issues with the boundaries. Choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity, personal boundaries. Understand that boundaries are about empowerment and they're about authenticity. Being a people pleaser is not being authentic. So it's important that we remember that, because I'm very guilty of that. And remember, it's more important than ever that you are authentic over people pleasing. But we have the inner child here. So I think a lot of this was this swirling, like I was saying, the fantasizing in your head. I feel that a lot with my inner child energy too. It's like, it's getting out of that illusory thinking again, healing these like ways that we think about love and just coming back to center, meeting in the middle, meet me in the middle. Inner child though, it says playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. That's the Page of Pentacles vibe too. Curiosity and wonder. You tap into that inner child, you know, when you're like, I want to learn. I don't know everything. We never do. We're always learning, eternal students. So that's pretty beautiful there. I feel like I should pull that way, but whatever, what are you gonna do? Also with that, of course, as I was speaking about the Page of Pentacles and the masculine energy, inner child, coming back to that place of wonder. Like I said, men who are interested or men who are curious and ask questions are hot. Like it's exciting to have a man that's like intellectually, spiritually like engaged potentially, and they're not like, I'm too cool to like care about stuff or too cool to learn, you know what I mean? Beautiful visualization, meditation, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation. Like visualization, meditation, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation, bitch. Woo! Third eye card, yeah. I always get the third eye and crown. It's just hard with the colors, but I think that's third eye, right? Right, deck? I just like to be certain. Is it a third eye card? It is a third eye card. Okay, so again, though, we've already spoken about the third eye tonight. And healing the shadow aspect of the third eye, crown type energy, the upper energy, is visualization. This type of intentional manifestation, visualization. Full moon, is the full moon coming up? Yeah, we just had a new moon. So there's a full moon coming up. Those powerful energy. But you know what? Also here with the representation of the moon is just connecting to the divine feminine. Connecting to the feminine, connecting to the moon energy, connecting to the source, the Akashic records. I feel like the memory, connecting to the memory through deliberate meditation, manifestation. So that's pretty beautiful. And that was to clarify these cards, which is this reconciliation, this getting it just right, to this coming together, divine timing, it's patience, it's balance, and it's also just this like focus and control of one's own energy, your visualization, how you see things. Again, not letting fear come in too much. Desires. Here we have our first sacral card. Woohoo! And she's, yeah, she wants it. Like, come to me, darling. She's got bubbles. She's got bubbles around her. Come to me. Is she underwater? What you doing, bitch? It's kind of this vibe. With the Seven of Cups is water. It's just like underwater, like the Neptune, the ocean, you know, it's like she's in the water. It's like she's in the ocean and she's like, come to me. You can hear her like gurgling through the bubbles. Okay, forgive. Desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. So I said craving and longing is often a sacral pull and not always a heart pull when we're craving something. The heart doesn't crave. The heart doesn't crave. I'm sorry. I know that seems bold. I know. It doesn't crave. It just is. The heart just is. The heart just wants to be. The heart loves. The heart will love. But the heart does not crave. And the heart does not get mad if the love is not returned, per se. The mind gets mad, but desires, sacral. So part of this initiatory call, you know, a lot of times the way you call out to people is through the sacral. But part of this curiosity, it's connected to the sacral. It's definitely a part of it. The sexual pulls. Because your desires, your passions, following them, although I I'm saying in some respects, when we crave and long, having desires in and of themselves are not cravings or longings, they're desires. It's like a fine line between a desire and sort of releasing it. Like, I have this feeling, I desire this, right? But I don't obsess over it. I don't crave it. I don't want it, and I want to go get it, and I'm sad I don't have it. Like, that's coming from a shadow side. That's more of an unhealthy attachment, or just not coming from the right place per se. But ultimately, your passions lead you to your fulfillment. Because that's your soul. It's how your soul taps into what it wants down here on earth. It's your poles. They're telling you what's sometimes I just feel like I contradict myself, but it's learning that, right? It's learning what poles are darker or what poles are coming from a distorted place of self, and what poles are coming from a more elevated sense of self, where the universe and your higher self is trying to show you what you want through your desires and passions. They're trying to get you to the things that are an energetic match for you, that light your flame, that get you going. Because that leads to your fulfillment. That's part of your manifestation. That's part of your magic. So it's really discerning between the poles, right? And what's pulling us and for what reasons. And learning ourselves well enough to know that and observe it from a place of non-judgment, which again, I think is this more healthy, healed heart space. So yeah. I finally started pulling cards again more last night. I haven't a lot since I moved. And so some of my decks that I haven't used in a while, they like flew out cards, and they were like, so whatever, poignant per usual, of course. Beautiful. I love this. This feels very like masculine and feminine here together. Honey. We're not going to look at that last one yet. Okay. So right when I pulled this flexibility card as the clarifier for this first pile, if you remember the Emperor, 7 of Cups, inner child, flexibility. And what I noticed though when I pulled it was this, like, this feels like a man and a woman. It just feels like masculine and feminine here, really coming to self. It's a really beautiful image, both like at peace within self. And it makes me feel like, too, masculines are working on, as I said, this initiatory phase, connecting to the spirit realm, and feminines are working on healing the sacral, healing their divine feminine energy, feeling at peace with their body this year, I think is important, at one with the light. You're strong, standing strong. I also like this because the woman is standing up. And it's like women are standing up and men are learning how to sit down. I don't know. There's just a really nice balance here of healing what needs to be healed within self is what I feel. And then the clarifier for this, inner child in this deck, is the heart chakra, number 17. So you can't make it up, per usual. Inner child, inner child. Are we doing some inner child healing? Yes, we are. And pretty cool because these decks obviously depict them differently. And again, speaking about the aspects of chakras, the shadow and light aspects, you know, so energetically, the front side of your chakra is the masculine side of your chakra. It gives, right? And the back side of your chakras on your back are receptive. They receive. But anyway, this energy is rising up. The solar plexus to the heart is always an important journey. It's an important connection. They're next to each other. It breaks down the ego, right? And gets you more into your heart space. But this inner child healing, it's like it's rising up. It's rising up to this place of the heart. And again, here maybe for feminine energy out there, healing in the solar plexus and sacral as related to the inner child. And for masculines, healing the third eye and the heart as related to the inner child. And that feels very poignant. I don't know if I can, if you guys feel that, but for women, the sacral and the solar plexus are, I think, where the inner child is hurt. Personal power, self-esteem, sexuality, receptivity, beauty, body image, all that stuff. abandonment in those centers. And for men, I think a lot of their inner child wounding is in their heart space and inability to connect to their feelings, as well as this, again, the surrender, the curiosity, opening of their third eye, using their third eye for things that are more pure, magical, fun, lighthearted, not always heavy or dark. I use the porn example, but like where you're using your third eye for through visualization and healing the inner child in that sense. Not to say that that's bad either, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. It's just an example of a potential lower vibrational way to manifest visually. But how masculines tapping into this visualization, I feel like is a part of their inner child. Third eye and heart, masculine healing inner child, solar and sacral, feminine. Oh my God, this card. This is when I'm done. I'm done now. I'm done. I'm done. Meditation. So we really need to come to self, you guys. Come to self. This is an Earth Star Chakra card. Yes, correct? No. No. It's a crown. This is a crown card. Okay. Oh, I love this card. And it matches. I'm going to show this. I happen to see this, so I'm going to share it as well. Peace. These are crown chakra cards. And again, meditation. So this obviously repeating message here. Flexibility, visualization, and meditation. And those are all human beings there, as you see. And then in the inner peace one, or what the peace one, is the lotus, right? So that's pretty beautiful. So, I feel like I'm going to fumble my words in saying this, but it's really becoming like the lotus flower. I don't know exactly the meaning of the lotus. I do and I don't. I'm just too tired, but I guess you get it. You're the lotus, becoming the lotus. And I think masculine and feminines out there are going through this transformation. I heard a beautification. Beautification, right? Visualization, imagination, meditation, manifestation, beautification, bitch. You're becoming more beautiful every day. Oh my God, you are. But that's it. I'm done, you guys. But there's this meditation as a clarifier for this deck, the initiatory phase, blah, blah, curiosity. So obviously though here, a message of meditation, and it doesn't have to be super literal, although probably too, truly meditating, but really just this coming to self, this peace, this inner peace. Focus on self, grounding, meditation, inner peace, and how it is healing the inner child for both masculine and feminine, while at the same time, there's reconciliation. There's things happening in the physical as well. It's alchemy. So alchemy within, alchemy without. Things are changing just when you don't think they will. Believe in the nature of divine timing. Love you all. Peace out.